Hey everybody, thanks as always for hanging out upstairs with us. This is PDubs. You're tuning into PDubs Arcade Loft. And if there's one thing that really excites me, one of my favorite things out there is pinball, whether it's real pinball, whether it's virtual pinball. Absolutely love pinball. If you like pinball content, you definitely come to the right channel. And today we got some great news. It's always fun and exciting, at least in my opinion, when we see a company release brand new virtual pinball games, brand new games that nobody's ever played before. We've talked about this before on this channel. So we're going to give you our first impressions. I did try out both of the Dr. Seuss tables earlier today, as well as I have some information and some footage and things to share with you guys. That way I can get your reactions, your first impressions of these tables. We're going to talk about everything right after this. Okay, so as you guys recall, last year AtGames released Dr. Seuss Pinball Pack 1, which included various games such as Cat in the Hat, Fox and Socks, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. And these games actually, the majority opinion, at least from what I saw on all the social media platforms, was most people were pretty impressed with the tables as well as they really enjoyed them. When AtGames first announced that they were coming out with a Dr. Seuss Pinball IP partnership, a lot of us were at first like, is this a good idea? Will this sell? Will this be fun? But they managed to partner with Magic Pixel and they delivered, in my opinion, and probably opinion of a lot of people out there, they delivered some really fun tables last year. Now, Pinball Pack 2 consists of 4 games, and I'm going to pull it up here on the screen here in case if you're new to the AtGames line of products and things like that. So, Pinball Pack 2 includes, we have right here, we got green eggs and ham, ABC, oh, the places you'll go, one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish. Now, this particular pinball pack, normal retail price is $25, but a lot of us pre-ordered these packs during their National Owners Day. We got a few bucks off, got some discounts and things like that. Now, this pinball pack wasn't supposed to be released until June. So we're talking 3 more months from now, my dudes. 3 more months from now before we could actually get our hands on it. But what's really nice is 2 of the tables are ready to go. I mean, guys, it takes a really long time to develop, create, and test and create virtual pinball games. It takes a really long time. It's a huge process, big undertaking for these companies to create these tables. Um, 2 of the games are ready to go. So AtGames announced on National Owners Day they're going to release 2 games early, which the question is are you going to be upset that 2 games came out and you got to wait for 2 more? Or are you going to be okay with it? Me personally, I'm okay with it because guess what? I got 2 new virtual pinball games to play on my virtual pinball machines on all of my AtGames Legends Arcade Family products because these are universal packs. So the 2 games that got released today are Green Eggs and Ham as well as ABC. If you've managed to download them and give them a test run, let me know in the live chat. I'll start putting your comments on the screen. In the meantime, let's give you a quick little introduction video as to what this Dr. Seuss Pinball Pack 2 is all about. We'll be right back.
I am Sam. Sam I am. Would you like some green eggs and ham?
No, not today. But rather something unique in every way.
Now, what uses flippers and you play as a ball? That's right, you guessed it, it's pinball!
A, B, C, D. Hit the flashing ramp 4 times.
Do you like green eggs and ham?
I do not like them, Sam I am. I do not like green eggs and ham.
All right, cute little promo video there by AtGames. They put that up on their YouTube channel earlier today. Kind of gives you a quick little feel introduction as to what these games are all about. Let's go ahead and pull up a couple of photos here, and I want to give you my first impressions and feedback. Also, I noticed a comment in the live chat. Tim here, he says the back glass isn't working on his pinball pack. Well, I downloaded it on mine back there, buddy, earlier today, and I didn't have any issues with the back glass. Back glass was working fine, so I don't know why your back glass isn't showing the backlash display, but definitely something that probably need to tell AtGames and see what's going on there. All right, guys, let's take a look here. So we have a couple of nice photos here, and I want to give you my first impressions of these tables. So for starters, my dudes, um, what I do like, and probably one of the only real big negative things I heard about the Dr. Seuss Pinball Pack 2, or I'm sorry, Pinball Pack 1 that came out last year was people were like, there's too many ramps, there's too many wire ramps, there's too many flippers. The tables were completely loaded with stuff. I mean, if you think about it, Fox and Socks, Cat in the Hat, even the Grinch had a ton of stuff all over the table, right? So the table was just completely covered with stuff, things to do, and that's kind of how Magic Pixel does it. Like if you look at all their deluxe tables, which is kind of what you would consider this, when you think about all of their deluxe tables, that's the Magic Pixel style, man. That's the kind of stuff that they create. Some people are into it, some people are not. But what I do like about these tables, it appears to me that they heard some fan feedback. They heard feedback saying, "Hey guys, we think that the tables are a little bit, I don't know what the word is, convoluted or something of that nature." You'll notice that although we still have a large abundance of flippers, you'll notice that the tables are a lot more open. It's a lot more easier to see and identify the things that you need to do and play these games. I myself was able to easily follow along earlier today playing these games. And again, these games will officially be released tomorrow. If you're a Legends Platinum owner, you'll be able to play it today. So what's nice is we got a less wire ramps, less stuff all over the table. To me, it's more fun to play this way. I mean, guys, sometimes less is more. Am I wrong? Sometimes less is more. But right here, this is the Dr. Seuss ABC table. Excuse me, guys. And just like all the other Dr. Seuss tables that were released last year, as you'll notice here, you have different things you have to follow. You're basically following the books, the chapters of the books. And what's cool too is, you have a certain number of chapters until you hit the end goal, get all your bonus points. And what's really nice is if you die, if you lose a ball, you don't have to start over at the beginning mission, right? You just continue where you left off. So obviously in this particular table, your goal is to get all the letters of the alphabet. So each mission will give you directions on what to do. So, for instance, to collect letters A, B, C, and D, you have to go up this ramp that's lit 4 times. They got a nice little voiceover. It gives you instructions, tells you what to do. Go up the ramp 4 times. You'll collect the letters. And after you do that, you get E, F, G, and it gives you a different mission. It gives you a different mission to play, which is really nice. Obviously, we got some 3D characters on the table. We got the characters from the book, these yellow guys here. Apologies, I forget their names. Got some nice pop bumpers as well, and some pretty decent music and sound effects. It does sound like a lot of the sound effects are the same sound effects that they've used on the other tables. Those if you've played the other tables, if you've played like the Dr. Seuss tables from AtGames from last year, all the boings and the bump sounds and the boing, boing, the spring sounds, like a lot of that stuff. It sounds like they've reused on the tables. The music too is quite similar to the tables from last year as well. So it all follows kind of the same theme. You do have an upper ramp area, and guess what? Unlike Cat in the Hat, I was actually able to get up into the upper ramp area. Whereas, if you guys remember the Cat in the Hat game, I've had that game for a long time. I still haven't accessed the upper ramp area in Cat in the Hat. And I played that table a bunch. Out of all the tables released last year, Cat in the Hat was my mortal enemy. I cannot beat Cat in the Hat. I can't beat Cat in the Hat. Fox and Socks, The Grinch. I made it through the entire storyline on The Grinch multiple times. That is such a fun game to play through and collect everything. But as you can see here, guys, you do have the upper playfield area and upper level, as well as the upper playfield area with more flippers and obviously targets. And the game is going to give you goals and say, hey, here's what we want you to do. For instance, right here, guys, here's a path to the second level right here. Nice and easy as well. Sorry about the mouse there. I don't know why it's doing that. But this is an enjoyable table. It's bright, it's colorful, and if you are an LPO member, a Legends Platinum owner member, you should have got this downloaded, the codes and everything sent out to your system today. If you did not receive it, definitely email AtGames customer support, find out what's going on with it. But guys, let me know your first impression on this particular table. EQ says the spinner on the Grinch was a massive pain. Yes, that was mission 2 on the Grinch. And if you guys remember, here, let's just use this. Let me get out of there. Let me just use this as an example for you guys. There was a spinner right over here on the Grinch table, and you had to go through it like 4 times in order to advance to the next storyline chapter. And the best way to do it was actually over here. If the opposite flipper, you could actually ricochet it off the wall and through that spinner. Because I kept trying to wait until the ball was right here and try and get that angle into the spinner on the Grinch. And I would just keep failing, failing, failing. And finally, I learned the trick. You could actually ricochet it off the wall and it'll go there if you hit it in the right spot. So just, that's a little tip for you when it comes to that Grinch table as well. Jolly Green says he likes ABC a lot. Guys, let me know your honest feedback. Do you like the table? Do you not like the table? All that kinds of stuff. I'll tell you what, we'll roll another video showing off the gameplay on this table. And you guys let me know what you think of it before we talk about green eggs and ham. Oh my goodness, that sounds nasty, doesn't it? That sounds nasty. Let's do it in I got some really long videos here, but I'm only going to play about 30 seconds each because I got to wrap up my lunch break here and get back to my day job. So let's go ahead and do landscape gameplay first. Let's check this out.
A, B, C, D. Hit the flashing ramp 4 times. Sizzler Special is lit. Letter A. Aunt Annie's alligator. Letter B. Barber Baby Bubbles and a bumblebee. Kickback is activated.
Why is it not playing?
A, B, C, D. Hit the flashing ramp 4 times. All is saved. Do not move.
All right, my dude. So that gives you a quick little idea as to what the ABC game looks and plays like. I myself played it earlier today. I thought I got a good score, and then when it saves your score to the leaderboards, tells you where you're at. It says I'm like already at 61. So it's like there's a lot 61st on the leaderboard. So I got to play it a few more times. What's funny is I can't believe the amount of LPO members there are out there that have got access to these tables that have already been playing them all day today, because they get the early access. Everyone else gets it tomorrow. Eco here says, need a He-Man table, and he means classic He-Man. Yeah, not Netflix He-Man. Classic He-Man. I'm all for that, man. That would be great. Dub here I like your name, Dub. Dub says it looks great. Thanks so much, my friend. All right, guys, let's take a look at green eggs and ham right here. And green eggs and ham, obviously, when you think about the different Dr. Seuss tables, like the big headliners out of this whole pack to me was obviously the Cat in the Hat, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, and then green eggs and ham. So it's nice that they waited until pack number 2 to give us green eggs and ham. So here's the table right here. And again, just like ABC, what I like about these tables again is less is more. Yes, we have an abundance of flippers, but less ramps and less all kinds of spot and drop targets cluttering the bottom half of the play field. Everything here looks pretty well organized, in my opinion. Lots of in lanes, lots of out lanes over here, but you do get a kickback. No kickback on this side. Just a heads up there, guys. So this is the table that will. I had several times where the ball would come down here and then go straight down here. So you got to be careful of this angle right here. So just a heads up there. And the ball is green, which they copied. They did that in how the Grinch table. The ball was green because you were Grinch. You were the ball. Well, here it's green eggs and ham. The ball is just green, just because it's green eggs and ham as the table. Nice little artwork. Here's the main character from the storyline right here. Nice little 3D character who moves around the table. He grabs your ball, picks it up, drops it down into the hole. If he does it 3 times, what's really cool is it unlocks multi-ball, and I think it's a 3-ball multi-ball. I think if I remember right from playing earlier today, it was a 3-part multi-ball. And multi-cade Matt, yeah, you mentioned earlier, too many wire ramps makes a table look cluttered. Well, there you go, man. You pretty much only have 2 ramps on this particular table. So although we have extra flippers here to go for these spot targets, as well as extra flippers here to get to the additional levels on the table, it's honestly not too shabby in my opinion. You shoot up here, go up the ramp, go down the boat, which is a lot of fun. And then right here we have more spot targets. Nice little area here where you can do a bunch of loops. You can collect up to 500,000 points just going back and forth across the loop and more spot targets. What I do like about the Dr. Seuss tables, again, my dudes, is the colors. I do think that these tables actually work out pretty well, especially for family and kids. Maurice himself is here in the live chat. He says it looks more colorful. There you go, my dudes. Yeah, these tables are bright, colorful, and of course, based upon the hardware. I mean, the hardware. I mean, guys, these are what, cheap little PCBs that are in these arcade systems. So these aren't like computers or consoles that, you're able to make some really awesome tables, such as let's say like Zen Studios, right? Like they design these tables to be used on computers and consoles and things like that. So they're able to do a lot more with the tables. Considering the limited hardware, I think Magic Pixel here has done a pretty good job with these Dr. Seuss tables. I actually enjoy these more than the Taito games. I know some people really like the Taito games. Jolly Green says he feels they did a good job on these tables. Rhodey says colorful, looks fun. And EQ says they're pushing that hardware for sure. Yeah, they're doing a lot considering the hardware. I mean, it's not the best hardware in the world. So you can't expect that kind of caliber, high upper caliber pinball game. But considering what they've been able to create, I've actually been enjoying it. And they're really nice. What's really nice is it's in brand new games that we've never played before, which is always fun. I like Phil's notebook, bringing the humor. He says, I do like green eggs and ham. I do. PDubs, I am. Oh, man. I should have said that as well in the live stream. Mitchell B says he can't wait to try it out. My first impression on these 2 tables is actually pretty positive. I'm actually enjoying both of these tables more than the Cat in the Hat, as well as Fox and Socks. Fox and Socks is a really good table. Cat in the Hat, I can't succeed at that table. So that table's like my mortal enemy. So I only hate it because I suck at it. So let's be honest there. I still think that out of all the tables released so far, what, 5 tables? I still think Grinch is the best. I love the Grinch story. We all love the Grinch growing up, and I just love how they did the Grinch table with us going through like the seven chapters of the book or whatever, and making your way through the storyline until you get to the, the part where the Grinch gets to carve the roast beast, and then you start all over again. And it's super fun. I really like the Grinch. But I do enjoy these two tables more than the Cat in the Hat and Fox and Socks. That's my first impression. And the reason why is there's less shit all over the table, less ramps, less wire ramps. You could actually see things less, like some of the, like on Fox and Socks and Cat in the Hat, like some of the upper levels cover damn near half the table. So you're like, what the hell's going on underneath? You know what I mean? Like I've actually enjoyed these two tables more because I'm actually able to track and see the ball better. I hope that makes sense. Because the other tables are just so busy. You know what I mean? They're just so busy. But yeah, EQ says solid tables. Yeah, so AtGames did announce, this is a great question from Red Sea, can we get better licenses? So AtGames did announce that the Dr. Seuss tables, as well as natural history tables, which they signed the partnership with Natural History, and we're getting more natural history tables later this year. And that's due to customer requests. They did a poll, a survey, said, hey, do you guys want more natural history tables? And a lot of owners voted yes. So, of course, they're going to give owners what they asked for. They said that there's many partnerships coming soon that this stuff takes time. You know what I mean? You got to design, you got to develop, you got to create these games, you got to get the partnerships approval, IP holders approval on the games and stuff. I'm sure we're going to see more and different licenses from them. Rumor, keep in mind, rumor is there's some 80s licenses coming our way from AtGames. So that'll be really cool to see as well what that could possibly be. I think we've talked about that before in other streams and videos. But yeah, guys, lots more stuff coming soon from AtGames. So that's my first impression. I don't think they suck. If other people out there think they suck, hey man, respect your opinion. But dude, I'm enjoying these two tables, and I'm enjoying them more than Fox and Socks and Cat in a Hat. But nothing can top the Grinch. I love that table. I think that table is super awesome. Anyway, guys, what I can tell you guys is that's what's going on here. Hopefully I gave you guys some information as well as a look at these tables. Do me a favor, guys, leave your comments, feedback, reactions below. Let me know if you have them, if you picked them up, and if you liked them or if you didn't like them. I definitely want to hear your guys' feedback. All opinions are welcome here. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up on the way out. Guys, I got to get back to my day job. Hope you guys have a fantastic week, and I'll be talking to you guys real soon. I have a product review coming out later on this evening. I pushed it back so I could do this video right now. So I'll have a product review published a little bit later for the Taito Egret 2. Talk to you guys real soon. There it is. Have a great day.